Hi everyone and welcome to my Facebook Live today. My name's Mandy Witherby from Mandy's Papercraft Creations and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Sydney, Australia. Welcome and thank you for being here today. Now, Facebook has made some changes in the last week, so I just went to go live and went, they've changed everything, and I couldn't find any of my controls. Then I was searching around and then I found that it said that you can change your control, or you can change things once you go live. So let me just see if I can do that now. So I'll see if I can flip all of my screens. Okay, so now I can see, there we go. Oh, thank goodness. I thought, oh no, all of my controls are gone. But there we go. We've got the screen flipped back the way it should be. So now you should be seeing everything round the right way. Great. So as you're jumping on, say hi, let me know that you're here. I always love to have company when I'm filming. It makes it so much more exciting to be crafting along with others rather than crafting on my own. So yeah, feel free to join me. Now, while I'm waiting for everyone to jump on, I'll just call this up on my iPad so I can see all the comments there. So bear with me for a moment and I'll just bring this up. Oh, actually, hang on a sec. I'll just go, clicked the wrong thing. Let me try that again. Try that again. Okay, we go there. We'll go there. We'll go there. And hopefully nearly there. Alrighty. Just bring that up there. There we go. Great. Good, good, good. I've got it all sorted. Hi Athena, how you going? Still working or busy? Thanks for being here though. I'm glad that you could join us. Hey Jenny, how you going? Lovely day down in Tassie today. Awesome. Good to hear that. That's so great. We had a really cold weekend actually. It turned really chilly again. We'd been having beautiful days and then all of a sudden it was like winter all over again. So crazy, isn't it? The weather at the moment. Well, at least it is here anyway. So, okay, so it seems that Facebook has changed lots of things to do with, oh my goodness, they've changed everything with going live, which is really annoying when they do that. We just get used to all the changes and everything is going great and then they make more changes again. It's like, just leave it alone. Don't fix what ain't broke. So yes, so anyway, so bear with me if you see me punching controls and things, trying to work things out. So let me know what you got up to on the weekend. So what did you get up to on the weekend, Jenny? Did you do anything special on the weekend? And Athena's working, so she's probably just watching us in the background. Are you able to chat, Athena, or you've got to work and you've just got me on in the background? I'd love to know what you've all been up to. I had a quiet weekend. I wasn't feeling too good on Saturday, so I spent a big part of the day in bed and then got up in the afternoon and then decided that even though I wasn't feeling great and I had a really bad headache, I decided that it was a good time to revamp my blog. So I then spent, I was up for a couple of hours before I started and, you know, just not really doing much. And then I thought, you know what, I'm going to do my blog now. I don't know why I thought to do it when I had a bad headache, but anyway, it just felt like the time to do it. And so I did. So I've revamped my entire blog. It's got a totally new look. It's very clean and crisp now, and I've added some additional content to it as well. So I've updated all of my, I've updated my tutorial section. So I've added some new tutorials. So go over there to my blog at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. Oh, let me get my thingy. I'll get my thingy and I'll hold it up so you can see. There it is. So head over to my blog after this live and check it out. It looks all new. So I don't have a new blog post on there as such. I was planning on participating in a blog hop today, but I spent so long revamping my blog that I ran out of time to actually do a blog post, but that's okay. I endeavor to do one this week and get that up there. But check out all the other content too. So there's new tutorials I've uploaded there. I also uploaded new information about my technique club. So there's a little button for technique club. You can click on there and get all the information there, and I've updated that to my current technique club. So check that out at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com. And I'd love your feedback to see what you think about my blog. It isn't exactly what I had wanted. It turned out that once I had revamped it and re-added, because I pretty much had to re-establish all of my buttons and all of, anyway, it was a big job. It took many hours, but in the end, it didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it to look, but that's okay. It is what it is at the moment, and at least it's nice and clean and crisp looking compared to my old blog. So yeah, but big job to change your blog, especially when you're changing the complete layout, because you've got to reload different things and add new links and all sorts of things. So yeah. Hey Glenda, great to see you. How are you? Yes, I am safe and well, thank you. I wasn't feeling too well on Saturday, but I'm all good now. Thank you. Mahaswari's here as well. Hi, how are you? Great to have you with us. So yeah, so check out my blog. Let me know what you think of the new layout of my blog. I'd love to know. Yeah, I endeavor to get a blog up there, a new blog post up there this week for you. So let me know if you're crafting along with me today. I'd love to know what you're creating. And I always love to have you crafting along with me. It makes it more fun. So a couple of things I wanted to let you know about before we jump in too far is that Sale-A-Bration is nearly over. We're in our last week of Sale-A-Bration. Actually, we're in our last few days of Sale-A-Bration. It finishes on Thursday, the 30th of September, 2021. So if you haven't already taken advantage of Sale-A-Bration and got some of those free products with a $90 order, be sure to take advantage of that this week before the end of Thursday. So if you're not familiar with Sale-A-Bration, during Sale-A-Bration, you can earn free products from this brochure with purchases of $90. And there's a couple of products in there as well that you can earn if you order over $180 as well. Or if you earn over $180, you might like to choose two of the $90 products as well in there. I mean, the free products for $90 purchases. We're going to be using some of these today to highlight those and show you how you can use them and give you some ideas. So that's really fun. You'll see my little tabs over here at the side ready for when we craft along today. So tell me in the comments, have you already taken advantage of Sale-A-Bration, and which products did you get from the Sale-A-Bration brochure? Pop them in the comments. I'd love to know what you've been able to get and what you've been creating with. So I'll just wait for those comments to come up. So aside from doing my blog, I didn't really do much else really over the weekend. I had a pretty cruisy, quiet weekend. Yeah, and when I wasn't resting, I was working on my blog. That was it. Or eating. So while I'm waiting for those comments to come up, let me just tell you too that I have got an awesome class coming up in October, and the RSVP is today. So it's the Sweet Stockings Christmas card class that I'm running. It's using this gorgeous stamp set, and we're using the coordinating dies as well, although in my classes all the die cut pieces are done for you. But it's using this very cute, sweet little stockings stamp set, and we'll be creating some beautiful Christmas projects. For that, I have uploaded the event last week, and I reposted it last night as well to remind everybody, but today is the last day to register for this class. So be sure to check out my event section, or just go down to the post that I think it'll be probably 2 posts before this live video on my Facebook page here, and just check that there, and you can click on all the details there. But be sure to register today and get your order in for your stamp set. Now, if you do already have this stamp set, I do have a substitution option as well. All the details for that with an ordering link are in the event itself. So if you click on the event, have a look at all the details, you'll find all the ordering links there. And I'd love for you to participate in this class. It's the projects are adorable. They're so beautiful. And you'll have 3 more projects ready for your Christmas cards, ready to send out for Christmas, because it won't be too long and we'll be sending out those cards. It's going to be here before we know it. Oh, Athena said she's got all of the products from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. Wow, that's amazing. And she's used most of them. Wow, Athena, that is so exciting. That's fantastic. And great that you're getting a lot of use out of them too. That's awesome. Hi, Sue, how are you? Yes, not long until on stage, and wish that we could meet in person again. Yeah, I know. So for those of you that don't know, On Stage is the demonstrator only event that we have each year. It's fantastic. We have so much fun, and we get to see new product that's coming up. We then get to order some of the new product earlier than everybody else. Once we've attended On Stage, we get to order straight away, which is pretty cool. So we'll be seeing the, now let me think, we'll be seeing the mini catalogue, the January to June mini catalogue. We'll be seeing that, and we'll be able to order from that straight away. So On Stage happens in November. It's always a lot of fun. This year and last year are virtual events because of COVID. Prior to that, they're in-person events, which are absolutely amazing. You're in a room full of hundreds and hundreds of people, mostly women. We have a couple of men who join us, but all crazy about craft just like we are, and the atmosphere and the energy in the room is just amazing. It's so cool. But the online event last year was awesome as well, and so I'm going this year, and some of my team are coming along too, so it's a lot of fun. If you want to join us, you can join my team and come and join us as well, because new demonstrators that join now can still attend even though registrations have closed. If you are joining now, up until, I think it's up until, I can't remember, it's a date in October, but I can't remember what date it is. But you can still join, register for On Stage as well. So it's super fun. It's a great event. But yes, hopefully in the future, Sue, will be able to catch up again in person. Hopefully On Stage will be back in person. Perhaps next year we'll be back in person. Let's cross our fingers, toes and everything and hope so. Oh, Glenda said she's got all of the Sale-A-Bration products as well, and she has 4 packs of the Dazzling specialty paper, which she loves. Awesome. We're going to be playing with a little bit of that today too. So that's great. That's so awesome. That Dazzling paper is beautiful. So beautiful. And do you know what? I held off getting that at first too, because I thought that it was going to be very glittery and all the glitter would fall off, and it absolutely doesn't. So it's amazing. Hey, Tina Marie, great to have you here today. Oh, you have to go again. Okay, no problems. Feel free to catch the replay if you can. So yeah, so that's what's happening. So I've got that class coming up. Last day to register today for the Sweet Stockings Christmas class. Now, next Saturday is the 3rd of October, and it's actually World Card Making Day. So that's Saturday coming, World Card Making Day, and I will actually be holding a special event for World Card Making Day. Now, I haven't advertised it yet because I've had so many things going on, and then I wasn't well on the weekend. And I've got my Sweet Stockings class coming up too, so I had to advertise that one. But tonight I will be advertising my World Card Making Day event. It's going to be a Zoom event. It's a really cruisy event. You can just bring along your card making projects and come and join me, and we'll have some crafting fun together to celebrate World Card Making Day. To be a lot of fun. You can bring your snacks, you can bring your beverage of choice with you, and bring your card making along with you, your own projects. I'll be playing with the Expressions in Colour new paper pumpkin kit. I'll be playing with this one on Saturday for World Card Making Day, so you'll be able to check that out because I can spotlight that as well so you can see what I'm doing. But you are welcome to bring along any projects that you would like to bring with you, so look out for that event. I'll be advertising that tonight, and the Zoom link will be in the event, so be sure to come and check that out. I'd love to have you come and join me. It'll be starting at 10 a.m. on Saturday, which is early for me these days to be starting an event at 10 a.m. in the morning, but I will get up for you all. It's only because I go to bed early hours of the morning. That's why I'm a night owl. So then my days start later, but I will get up for you all on Saturday, 10 o'clock, be here. It's going to go till 12 o'clock, and then in the afternoon I have another special event with my team, so that will be later in the afternoon. So look out for that one. I'd love to have you come and join us. It's open for everyone, demonstrators, customers. Even if you have your own demonstrator, feel free to come and join in our event. We'd love to have you. So yes, so that is going to be happening. What else did I need to tell you about that? I think that's it. Oh, it's a free event. The one on Saturday for World Card Making Day is a free event. So we just want to celebrate Card Making Day, World Card Making Day, and just have some fun together. And you know, we're missing a lot of that personal interaction with all the COVID restrictions and lockdowns and things. And we haven't been able to catch up with people for a while, so let's catch up via Zoom. It's the next best thing. Not quite the same as catching up in person, but at least we can have some fun together. So come and join me 10 o'clock on Saturday, and look out for that event so you can register. Please register if you are coming so I know how many to expect. And then, yeah, you can grab the link there in the event. All right. Hey, Leslie, how are you today? Great to have you with us. Jenny said she would love the Dahlia stamp set, from the catalogue. Too much for the spend at once. Wish she could buy it all. Yeah, so the Dahlia is, oh, I don't have it out with me, is for orders of $180. But yeah, if one way to get it is to combine orders with other people. So that is one way. If that is too much of a reach for you financially to get to 180, you can gather orders from friends and put them in together. That is one way that you could get that. But yeah, it is a beautiful stamp set. It's really beautiful. Hi Deborah, how are you? Great to have you with us today. Glenda said, when does daylight savings start in the southern states? Good question. It might be this coming weekend, actually. I think it usually starts on the October long weekend, which would be, I think that's this weekend coming. So I think that might be when daylight savings is starting. Good question, because I knew it was coming soon, but I hadn't really looked closely at the date. Maybe somebody else will know and can let us know. Jenny said down in Tassie it's Saturday night. Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm thinking we're going to be the same. But maybe somebody who is here in New South Wales can let me know when we start daylight savings. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be this weekend. So if you haven't seen Stampin' Up before, or even if you have, and you would like a copy of our beautiful catalogues, so we've got the mini catalogue and we've got the big annual catalogue as well. If you don't already have a demonstrator that you're working with and you would love a copy of those catalogues, feel free to let me know and I'd love to send them out to you. And if you have any questions or anything that I can help you with, please get in contact with me and I'd love to be able to help you. All right. As I said before, some of you may not have heard me say it if you've jumped on a little bit later, but over the weekend I revamped my entire blog. It has a totally new look. It was a big job. There's still a few little tweaks I need to make to it, but it's looking a lot cleaner than it did before. So if you haven't checked out my blog after this live today, or as soon as you're able to, if you jump over to my blog at mandyspapercraftcreations.blogspot.com, I'd love you to check it out and see what you think. There's new tutorials there that I've added. There's a little button at the top for tutorials. You can click on that and see what tutorials are available for purchase if you would like some of my tutorials, including some of my previous Technique Club tutorials, which we have done. And I've got a couple more to add, but it was getting too late last night and I was getting too tired. I had to go to bed. And that was, yeah, and I also had to do our grocery order online. So yeah, I didn't get that quite finished, but there's lots on there for order. There's also new information about my Technique Club. I would love you to come and join in our Technique Club. So you can come as a guest in any of the months, anytime you like, or you can choose to subscribe for continuous 6 months. And if you do subscribe to my Technique Club for 6 months, then at the end of that 6-month period, you'll get a $25 shopping spree from me for participating for 6 months as my thank you to you. So check out the information. We have a great time with Technique Club. Every month I present a new technique, and it's really great. I love Technique Club. It's so fun. And then you have this great resource of all these different techniques that you can use in all of your crafting projects. So check out the information about that on my blog. And I hope to have a new blog post up for you this week too. Okay. Oh, Sue said yes, she thinks it's starting Sunday. So that'll be early hours of Sunday morning, I'm assuming. Thanks, Sue. Awesome. Oh, Jenny already had a look at my blog. Fantastic. Thanks, Jenny. Thanks for having a look. I'm glad that you like the new look. Yeah, I updated it because a lot of blogs now are very clean and crisp and simple. Mine before was very overwhelming with colors and textures and things like that, and it's just not the way blogs really are now. So I had to bring it up to date. So I'm glad you like it. Thanks for checking it out, Jenny. All right. Well, let's get on to some crafting, and I will show you what we're going to be making today. So I'll clear the deck here. All right, so what I'll do is I will cover up the camera and I'll flip down to my desktop and I'll show you what we're going to be creating. So bear with me for a moment while I just get that ready. All right, so we'll flip these cameras and we'll adjust. It might be a little bit noisy and clunky while I just adjust my camera and get that set up for you. Okay, tighten everything back up again and make sure that that is straight. Well, we'll see in a moment if it is straight. Okay, and let me just adjust my lighting for you. All right. Oh, I got that fairly straight today, so that's good. I'll just move this down a little bit so you can see my blog. Okay, so anything that I'm showing you today, if you are interested, oh, let me move these over a bit. If you're interested in any of the products that I'm showing you today, feel free to go to my online store. And the best way to go to my online store is via my blog, or you can go to my you can actually go to my Stampin' Up website. Sorry, I went blank. My Stampin' Up website as well. But I love directing everyone to my blog just because I've got a lot of other content on there as well for my blog. So on my blog, you'll see a shop button at the top. So you can go there to shop with me. And as I said, there's other content on my blog as well. If you are shopping with me, be sure to use my current host code, and you will see this one on my blog as well. And then when you're shopping with me, I will give you a thank you gift for shopping with me. And this month, usually I only give gifts if the orders are over $50, but for this month of September, I'm giving a gift with every order, and it's a free mega tutorial bundle of 39 tutorials, and each of those project tutorials use products from the Sale-A-Bration brochure. So it's called the Sale-A-Bration tutorial. Now, if you are not a customer of mine and you don't order with me, or perhaps you are a demonstrator, you can actually purchase that tutorial, and you can purchase that via my blog. If you go to my blog and click on tutorials, and then you'll see that that is available for purchase through me as well. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can get that. Hi Megan, how you going? Great to see you today. Thanks for joining us. All right, now also too, I'll show you what we're going to be playing with, but also too, one thing I didn't mention is if you love Stampin' Up! Products and you would like to get a great discount on all of your Stampin' Up! Products, you can join my team. I would love to have you join my team. I love spoiling my team. We have a great time together. We have a beautiful community of awesome people who are just so inspiring, so lovely. We've created so many beautiful friendships. But let me just show you in the back of the Sale-A-Bration brochure, and there is a PDF copy of this on my blog as well. So feel free to go to my blog to look for that. It's on the right hand side. If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see all of the catalogs, including this brochure. But in the back of the brochure on pages 18 and 19, there's information there about joining Stampin' Up! Now during Sale-A-Bration, so only until this Thursday, the 30th of September, when you join, you get to choose $235 worth of product and only pay $169. Plus you get free shipping on that order. Plus you get to choose a free bundle, and there's a list of them here. And the free bundles are from the beautiful mini catalog. So you can choose a free bundle from the mini catalog. Now, one of those bundles, which I've actually got a flyer here, and I forgot to show this earlier. I normally hold this up at the beginning. One of the bundles today is one of the bundles that coordinates with what we're going to be playing with today. So I'll come back to it in a moment, but there are 12 there to choose from. And I would love to have you join my team and join our beautiful crafting community. We have such a fun time together, and the benefits of joining Stampin' Up! Are just amazing. So not only do you get to join a wonderful community, you get that discount, you get early access to products. As I said earlier, you have the opportunity to attend demonstrator-only events, all sorts of things, many more things than what I've mentioned today. So many more benefits. But if you would like more information about that, feel free to get in contact with me. I'd love to answer any of your questions. There's no lock-in period as well. If you want to just join, just to try it out, see if you like it, and if not, no problem. You just stop ordering as a demonstrator and you go back to being a customer. It's really easy. You don't have to resign. You're not locked in for any specific period. Yeah, so just have a think about it and let me know if it's something that you would like more information about. Oh, Megan says she's sulking because she got up early to watch the Seattle Seahawks and they got beaten again. Oh, I'm sorry, Megan. Yes, Megan said it's such an awesome deal for joining at the moment. It is during Sale-A-Bration, and Megan's in her 10th, having her 10th anniversary coming up. Is it next month, Megan? In October? Congratulations, that is so exciting. Happy anniversary, or as we say in the Stampin' Up! World, happy Stampiversary. All right, let me show you what we're going to be playing with today. So we are going to be playing with, I say playing, we're creating, but I say playing because it's so much fun when you're creating. So I usually use the term playing. We're going to be playing with or creating with The Peaceful Prints 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. This is beautiful paper, and this is one of the products that you can earn with a $90 order. So you get 12 sheets of in the pack, and there are 6 double-sided designs. So I'll show those to you. Now, this paper coordinates with one of the bundles from the mini catalogue. So it coordinates with the Peaceful Deer bundle from the mini catalogue. Let me show you that one here. So it's this bundle here. So you've got, oh, actually, let me go to the actual page where it is, 26. I tagged where the bundle was, but I didn't tag where the stamp set was. There you go. So there's the beautiful stamp set there, the Peaceful Deer stamp set. And it has a coordinating punch, which you can see down the bottom here. Now, as I always tell everybody, if you are interested in a particular stamp set that may have a coordinating punch or die set, it's always a good idea to buy the bundle. So the die set with the stamp set. In this case, it's actually a punch. So when you buy the punch with this coordinating stamp set, you do save yourself 10%. Okay, so the bundle for this one is $62. And then if you added a few extra things to that, say you need some extra adhesive or some ink or some other tools or something like that, or even another stamp set or other designer series paper, bump that up to $90. Then you can choose this coordinating paper for free during Sale-A-Bration. Now, you've only got till Thursday to do that, till the 30th of September, but that might be something that you might like to think about doing. But this is just a beautiful bundle. So I don't have this actual bundle, but I do have the paper. So I'm going to show you something that we can do with the paper today. Now, as well as that, I am going to add in today some of our beautiful Dazzling paper, specialty paper, which is also another free product that you can earn with a $90 order. It is gorgeous, and the catalogue or the brochure doesn't even do it justice. Let me show you the products in real life. Here are the designer series papers. Here's the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, the 6 designs there. Okay, so this is the first side. Oh, my iPad has frozen. And now I'm not seeing what you're all seeing. I can just see comments. Okay. Mine is frozen. If you're on an iPad, I've actually found that on my iPad, it does keep freezing for some reason. But when I watch the playback on my phone or on my computer, it doesn't freeze actually. I think it's something to do with Facebook Lives and iPads at the moment, because I've had a few other people say the same thing. And another thing that's changed too is all of the comments keep disappearing. Even though I've got the same setup that I've had for, well, I don't even know how long, a long time. Yeah, I keep losing the comments. They keep disappearing. So anyway, hopefully you can all see the paper. And then let me show you the other side. There's the other side there. So on this side, we've got, oh, my reindeers are upside down. Let me twist that. Hang on a minute. I'll turn that around. There we go. So we're going to use these reindeers today. And they're in different orientations. So some are facing the left and some are facing the right. Now that bundle that I showed you from the mini catalogue, that punches out these reindeers. See this one here? So it punches out the reindeers that are facing, well, they're looking to the right. The ones that are looking to the left, if you want to use them from the paper, you can fussy cut them. Or you can just use it as a background as well. You don't have to cut them out. You can just use it as a background. But aren't these beautiful papers? And the best bit is they're for free with a $90 order. So they're really beautiful. Now, as well as that, we're going to be using some of the Dazzling specialty paper. Now, this is just one pack that I have. I have some other packs as well. So mine is all, you'll see I've nearly used this whole pack. I've only got one full sheet left, and these are all my offcuts. Keep all your offcuts because you can use them for little bits and pieces in your projects. But look at this gorgeous paper. So it's like a champagne color. It's not really silver and it's not really gold. It's a little bit like a glow mesh purse, but in miniature. That's kind of the look of it, but it's really beautiful. And these don't rub off, which is really good. They don't come off like a glitter. And again, that is another product that you can get for free with a $90 purchase. You can choose that one. You get in the pack 8 sheets of this one. So there you go. So we're going to be playing with some of that today. Now let me just catch up on some comments before I go ahead. Oh yes, Megan said yes, October is her Stampiversary. 10 years. Wow, that's amazing. I just celebrated my 5th year, Megan. So you've been around twice as long as I have been in Stampin' Up. Oh, Megan said that she's got the designer series paper and she used it, was good for her nephew's Christmas scrapbook pages from last year. Ah, beautiful. Yeah. And she said she needs to get the bundle. It's been on her list for ages. Ah. Hey, Julie. Great to see you. Hi, Judy. You're having trouble again? Oh, with the seconds of no sound. Oh, with it freezing? If you're on an iPad, Judy, it could be the iPad. I know you're often on your iPad. Maybe switch over to your computer if you can. You might have better luck with your computer. Yes, Megan says, buy the bundle. It's so much cheaper. That's right. Oh, no, Glenda said it's all good there. It's not freezing for her. Megan said, no, it's not freezing. Megan's on a laptop and all is fine. I think it's an iPad thing, Judy. I've been finding that myself with other people's Facebook Lives as well. When I'm watching them on an iPad, they tend to freeze. But if I flip over to my computer, I don't have that problem. So I don't know what it is with iPads at the moment. All right, I'm looking for my cards. Here we go. Right. So I've got a project for you, but before I show you the project that I'm going to share with you and show you how to create, I'm going to show you a couple of projects that some of my team made using this beautiful designer series paper. So this is one that Nadine from my team created. This is really cute, and she's used the bundle as well with the stamp set and the dies. Might watch on the computer next week. Okay, no worries, Judy. All good. Glenda says she's on an iPad and it's all good for her too. No problems. Oh, okay. Interesting. Megan said she used that as a background on some Christmas photos of her nephew from last year's. Ah, awesome. And she showed her goddaughter and she wants her to make some Tinkerbell cards for her and use it for the wings. Oh, with the Dazzling paper. That would be beautiful. That would be beautiful for fairy wings. Awesome. Judy said, will they be available at some point in the future as part of next year's catalogue perhaps? No, they won't, Judy. These products are all, the ones that in the Sale-A-Bration brochure are exclusive to this Sale-A-Bration. They won't be available again. They only, with the Sale-A-Bration products, they usually don't carry them over. They're usually just for the Sale-A-Bration period. So they'll finish this Thursday on the 30th. Oh, Megan says is it your goddaughter? Shares her birthday with Tinkerbell and loves her so much as I do. Oh, that's so cute. All right, so let's look at this card that Nadine made. So she's used some of the beautiful designer series paper and she's used the oh, I've forgotten the name of it, the bundle. What's the bundle called? Let me get the bundle. The Peaceful Deer bundle as well for the deer. And then can you see what she's used for the antlers? She's used some of the Dazzling paper. Isn't that clever? Can you see those? So it's got sparkly, this is Rudolph because he's got a red nose and he's got sparkly antlers. Aren't they cute? So we had a card swap at the beginning of Sale-A-Bration in our team and we were using the mini catalogue, the Sale-A-Bration products, and that's the one that Nadine made. So that's a really cute card. And then I've got another one to show you. this one was made by my team member Amanda Fitzgerald, and she also used the bundle as well. So she's used the stamp set and she's embossed that in silver embossing powder. So we've got a silvery shiny deer, and then she's used some of the designer series paper as well to coordinate. And I love how she's offset that circle with the black behind it to look like a shadow. Doesn't that look awesome? Yeah, so there's a couple of ideas for you using this designer series paper. Now, the project that we're going to be creating today is this one. However, I'm going to change it up a little bit. So this is one that, that we created for my mini catalogue and Sale-A-Bration celebration, which I had a couple of months ago at the beginning of Sale-A-Bration. And this is one that I showed then, but I thought we'd recreate it today, and we'll change it up a little bit and add some of that bedazzling paper in as well. And we've used all of this designer series paper, including the deer, is all the free designer series paper that I just showed you. So let me just, all right, I'm just getting myself all organized here. All right, so this is the Peaceful Prints designer series paper. And as I said, I don't have the bundle as yet, so I actually fussy cut that out of the paper. So let me show you. I've got all of the bits and pieces ready to go. I'm a little bit more organized today, and I had everything pre-cut ready for you, but I can give you all of the dimensions of all of the pieces in case you would like to recreate this. So I'm going to pop this one to the side, because we're not making this one exactly, well, we kind of are, but we're going to change it up just a little bit. All right. Oh, Megan says fussy cutting scares her. Well then, Megan, you can buy the punch, and you can punch out the deers from the designer series paper. You don't have to fussy cut them. You can punch them. All right. Oh, Judy said that's a shame. The bedazzling paper would be a big hit on the catalogue. Yes, it would. It has been so popular, Judy. And I'm actually surprised that it hasn't sold out, because it was a product that was only available while supplies last. And everybody's been purchasing it. So they must have had a lot more supplies than, you know, expected. But they haven't run out of them yet. So there's still a few more days. So you never know. They could. Yeah, all right. So we are starting with, yes, and what I was going to say today is we do have a simple project today. Usually on Mondays I do my really fussy, detailed, multiple layer cards, but today we are just doing a quick and easy layout, because I really wanted to highlight this designer series paper and a really quick and easy way that you can use it. I do have a second Facebook Live on Thursdays, and that's usually the one where I will do my quick and simple cards, or quick and easy cards as I say, but I'm changing it up a little bit today. So there you go. All right, so we have got a base of cherry cobbler cardstock. This is half of an A4 sheet, okay, just cut in half acrossways. And so it measures 21 centimeters by 14.85 centimeters. And I've scored and folded that at 10.5, which is just folded in half basically. All right, then we've got a piece of that gorgeous designer series paper, and look what's on the other side. So we're utilizing our paper. So I'm using the, what color is that actually? I think it is Sahara Sand, but let me just check. Yes, so in this designer series paper pack, we have basic black, cherry cobbler, garden green, real red, and Sahara Sand. So we're going to use the Sahara Sand side. And this piece is 10.1 centimeters by 14.45 centimeters. Then we've got our red check layer. And if we turn that over, look what's on the other side, our little reindeer. So there we are, utilizing the paper again, utilizing both sides. So the red check piece is 5 centimeters wide by 12.8 centimeters long. Then we've got the diagonal strip piece, which on the other side is that one. So we're using the diagonal strip side for this piece. And this one measures 6.5 centimeters by 10.5 centimeters. Then I've just cut a strip of our gorgeous Dazzling specialty paper, and this one measures, I didn't write, oh yes I did, 1 centimeter wide by 13.7 centimeters long. I've fussy cut one of my little deer already. I did that ahead of time just because with the little legs, they are a bit fine, and I thought, oh, I want to do that really carefully and take my time. I didn't want to feel rushed, but I'll just show you that that's where I got it from the designers, not from this sheet, obviously. I got it from the other sheet, which I've already chopped into. This is a full sheet. So I've just cut the deer. Now you can use either one, whichever direction. You will just flip slightly the design that I'm doing. But yeah, you can use either one of the deers. I mean, either direction of the deer that it's facing. And for the circles, what I've done, so on my original card, so I didn't have any of the blingy bling. This was just more plain. But I used a black scalloped circle on this one. But this time, I'm going to bling it up, and I'm going to use our beautiful Dazzling paper. And I've already die cut a scalloped circle. So to do that, and I've got a plain circle as well. So to do that, I use the layering circle dies, and I have all of mine, I store mine on magnetic sheets, it's easier for me, and I number all of mine in sizes, but basically there's 2 groups of the circles, and I'm using the larger group, and it's my second largest one in that larger group of circles. That's kind of how they come in the pack, layered like that. Yeah, so I'm using the third largest one of the plain circle, second largest, and the second largest of the largest of the scalloped ones. Sorry, so second largest. Okay, and then they coordinate beautifully together. So I ran that through my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, because these ones fit through the mini, and I die cut those in advance. Now, if you don't have those, you could still do this same layout just by cutting a rectangle, a square. I guess you could do it on a rectangle too, but a square would look good if you don't have the circle dies. All right, and we fussy cut that, and then I had this little off-cut strip, which I'm going to use for decorating the inside of my card. All right, so this is really easy, quick and easy card to put together. So let me show you how we're going to do that. So we're going to put a little bit of adhesive on the back here of our designer series paper, and because we're using the Sahara sand side, we're going to put the adhesive on the stripy side of this piece. So I'm using the Stampin' Seal Plus. This one is a very, very strong adhesive. So I have to make sure that I get this lined up before I push it down, because otherwise it's going to be stuck for good and I won't be able to move it. So I'll just make sure I get that lined up. I'll just take my time to get that lined up. Hopefully, there we go. All right. Now, I'll just move all these pieces over to the side. These are our next 2 pieces. So I'm going to pop down my my bling strip. I'm going to call it my bling strip, my Dazzling strip first. Hang on, I'm going to move these up. Give me a little bit more working room. So I feel like I'm working off camera, trying to fit everything in. There we go. Is that better? And so then I'm going to add this strip overlapping that one. So we want to have that one around about there. So that's, let's see how far, about there. So what's that, about 1/2 centimeter in? Let's see, I have a ruler. It's about 0.6, thereabouts, okay? So let's add a bit of adhesive. Oh, I'm going to bring in my silicone mat to do this one. If I can get it. Oh, there we go. Okay, got that. Had to reach, stretch and reach. And the reason that I'm doing this on my silicone mat is so that if my adhesive goes off the edge, which I just did, so lucky I used my adhesive mat, it won't go onto my desktop. Just add a bit more there. All right, I did go off the edge a little bit, so I'm just going to fold that little bit. I'm not even sure if you can see that on camera. Can you see how I went off the edge there? Because this is such a narrow little piece, so I'm just going to fold that back in. It is actually, this piece is actually wider than the strip of adhesive that I used, but I just didn't run my roller straight, so it went over, but that's okay. We can just fold it back on itself. We don't want any of that adhesive sticking out. Or actually, in fact, you could have that piece facing towards the center of the card, because we are going to cover that up with another piece of cardstock anyway, so it wouldn't really matter too much. All right, so then we're going to pop this down here. Now let's just make sure that we get that lined up good and straight, because I've used that really strong adhesive now. Probably should have used my liquid glue so that I could have moved this. Let's see, that's not straight, is it? Nope. I'll try and get it straight before I stick it down. That looks about right, I think. Maybe over a little bit more. There we go. All right. Press it down nice and firm. It's done. There we go. All right. So now we'll add our next strip. So this is our red and black checkered strip, or gingham, red and black gingham. There we go. And then we're going to just center this top and bottom and have that overlapping the bedazzling paper. There we go. So that looks about straight. Cool. Now, am I missing comments? Oh, I am missing comments. Sorry, they keep disappearing on me. Oh, hey Chitska, how are you? Great to have you here. Glenda said you can use the punch to cut out the opposite facing deers by holding it up to the light and lining up your punch. Oh, cool. You can see through the paper well enough to do that, Glenda. Thank you for that tip. That is awesome to know. Great. Judy said, I've spent so much on Sale-A-Bration already. Her budget is blown for the next month too. And she so wanted the bedazzling paper. Oh, never mind. I know sometimes we can't have it all, hey. Megan said, if you don't have the dies, you can use a punch for the circles. Yes, if you have a circle punch. Currently Stampin' Up! Doesn't have any circle punches. We only have dies now. We used to have circle punches, but we don't have them anymore. But if you have the old ones, then certainly, I never really get rid of my many of my punches. I keep most of them. There's a few that I get rid of, but most of them, especially the solid shape ones, I always keep, because you never know if down the track Stampin' Up! Are going to bring them back again. So I always keep them. So I've kept all of my circle punches, and they do come in very handy. All right, there we go. So then we're just going to pop down that layer. So really simple layout. All right, now with these ones, we're going to stamp first on the white before we attach that to the bedazzling, because once we attach that, it's going to create a like a texture, and then the stamped image won't come out as well. So we're going to stamp our greeting first. Now I'll just show you on this one, our original card. I used the Be Merry, Very Merry, which is from the Sweet Stockings stamp set. It's this one here. It was a lovely size to fit on the tag, and this is, if you missed it at the beginning, I was talking about my upcoming class. This is a stamp set that we're using in my upcoming Sweet Stockings Christmas card class, and the registrations for that closed today. So if you missed it, check out my events, or you can check my post from last night where I talked about the class, and you can click on the link there for all of the details. But this is a really, really fun and quite a versatile stamp set as well. This is the one we're using in my next class. So yeah, so instead of using this one this time, I thought that I would use a different stamp set from the mini catalogue, and I thought I'd use this one, the Merry Christmas stamp set. It's a nice small one as well, so it should fit. And this stamp set for Unto Us has got some beautiful sentiments in there that you can see there. And I love the fonts, and I love how you've got different fonts in this one as well. It's a really beautiful stamp set. So let's use this one, the Merry Christmas, and I'll pop that onto a block. There we go, pick that up on my block, and that should fit. It's about the same size. It's a little bit bigger, but it's about the same size. All right, I'm just going to use some Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp my sentiment. So when I'm using a Memento, I like to rub my stamp on it and then tap. And I find that that helps the to get a good coverage of ink. All right, so let's just stamp that down on the bottom. We'll stamp that over to the bottom right-hand side. There we go, beautiful. Okay, I probably needed to push just a little bit firmer, but that's okay, that'll be all right. All right, so now what we can do is we can adhere that to our Dazzling paper. And as I said, I already fussy cut my deer. Let's move this one back out the way. All right, so we'll flip this over. I'll pop that down on my silicone craft sheet. And I am again going to use, oh, actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use my multi-purpose liquid glue this time because I want to make sure that I line it up properly on my Bedazzling scallop. But I'm going to use the opposite side so that I don't see the glue through it, if I can get that. Oh, there we go. So I'm going to use the spreader side and just spread some glue. Did you know that we have a spreader end on our Tombow glue? A lot of people don't know that it's there. It does help to, oh, this one's getting low. It does help to spread the glue. Come on. Don't let me down now, glue. I don't have another one out right now. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, it's great for spreading the glue out a bit more. I've got that a bit close there. There we go. All right. So we'll flip that over and we'll line that up on our Scalloped Circle, our beautiful blingy Scalloped Circle. Line that up. And because we've used the liquid glue, we've got a little bit of wiggle time. Because that's a liquid glue, we can sort of slide that piece around on top if we need to line that up. There we go. Give that a nice firm press. And what you can do, once you've got that lined up, you can flip it over and give a nice firm press on the back side too. There we go. Beautiful. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful with that sparkle behind it? Megan says she loves that glue, but she can't use it. Oh, that's right. I remember you saying that last time, Megan, that you're allergic to that liquid glue. Yeah, that's no good. Oh, that's a shame. It's a really good glue. All right, so we're going to adhere our little deer to there now. Now, on my original one, I did stick him down flat, but I'm wondering if I could pop him up on dimensionals this time. His little legs, because it's paper, it's not cardstock, although it's pretty heavyweight paper. His, actually, I like the other side too. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? And my ring is twisting again. They're always twisting, my rings. They're so big on me now that this is the only one I can wear now. The other ones fall off. So, but this one's still, even being the smallest, it still always twists. It annoys me. Yeah, so basically it looks the same on both sides, but this side you can see it's got the little bit of a white edge around it. So yeah, so let's try and mount that one up. It's just he's got really fine legs, so we might need to use tiny little bits of dimensional, which we can chop. We can chop some of our dimensionals down. So let's pop him over here. Actually, I'll put him on my silicone mat too. There we go. All right. And let me get out my tape scissors. There we go. As opposed to my paper cutting scissors. And this morning I realized that my paper cutting scissors that I've been using are actually getting really blunt. Thankfully, I have a spare pair. And so I got them out this morning. The ones that I've got, that I've been using those ones for cutting paper for a really, really long time. These little paper snips, they're fantastic. They've got a really nice fine tip. They're great for fussy cutting, and they're great for cutting your ribbons and things like that too. But they last a really long time. It's just that I'm using mine constantly every single day. And over time, like any pair of scissors, they will go blunt. And so they will need replacing. And I usually keep my oldest ones as my tape scissors, and then my new ones for cutting paper and ribbon. And some people even have a separate pair for cutting paper and for cutting ribbon. They don't like to use, that one might be a little bit wide. They don't like to use the same pair of scissors for cutting ribbon and paper. But I don't do much sewing, so, well, actually these days I don't do any sewing. I used to. Does anybody else here do sewing? I used to sew, but I don't really these days, unless I'm doing a repair job on something, which even half the time I don't even do that anymore. It's like, I don't have time for that. All right, I'm just using some of these little end pieces here for the legs of the reindeer, because the legs are really fine. Now, of course, if you don't want to fuss with this, you can just stick it flat like I did on my first one. But I just thought, you know what, I'm going to try and mount this one up and just see how it looks mounted up, because, you know, everything looks great with dimension. And I love dimension on my projects. So let's see, I might put that one up towards the shoulder a little bit. There we go. All right, now we can use some of our minis. Oh, Glenda does quilting. Oh, wow, Glenda, that's awesome. I love quilting. Well, I actually haven't done quilting myself. My mum used to. Yeah, I love the look of quilting. It's so beautiful. And I've got quite a few friends who do quilting, actually. I think it's a very beautiful craft. And very specialized as well, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, Amanda said her rings do that too. You can get them downsized. Yes, I know I can, but I'm worried that as I get older, if I put weight back on again, then they'll be too big, too small. So it's a bit of a catch-22. I'm not confident to get them downsized, but then they annoy me when they're too big, and the other ones I can't wear because they're going to fall off. Oh, Megan said she used to use the liquid glue all the time. Yeah, until she became allergic to it. Yeah, that's a shame that you can't use it anymore. But that's okay. We've got lots of other adhesives that are available. Oh, hi Tina Marie, you're back. Yay. All right, so there's our little deer. So we've got little bits of dimensionals there on the legs. And you know what? I didn't even check to see if any of the deer is going to overhang the edge to see where I'm popping my dimensionals. I should have done that first, hey? Oh no, that should be okay where I've got them. Oh, phew, lucky. I should have checked that first. I was too busy yakking. I always say I am a good talker. Always good for a chat. Because, you know, crafting, it comes with the turf, doesn't it? It's all about getting together and having a chat, enjoying each other's company. And that's all part and parcel of creativity, isn't it? And I love connecting with people. That's why I do what I do. So I just love, I love creating and I love inspiring people, but I love people and I love connecting with people. There we go. So let's put our little deer up this way. I'm not putting this one at such an angle as I had on the first one. Just changing it up a little bit. There we go. All right. Megan says her rings do too. And she's got different size fingers due to dislocation and a break that were never set. Oh, ouch. Yes. And Megan says she's got 12 pairs of scissors. Oh, wow. And she's got Oh, 12 pairs of scissors for paper, ribbon, cardstock, etc. Okay, so you have a different pair for each thing, Megan? Wow. And Amanda says she needs her rings bigger to get over her knuckles. So then it's too big under the knuckle. Oh, yes, yes. Well, that's a point too. As I get older, if I end up with arthritis in my hands, yeah, and then my rings will need to be a little bit bigger, won't they? To go over my knuckles too. All right, I'm going to use some of these off-cut edge pieces to use them up on the back of our circle, and I'm going to mount that up too. Yeah, so this one I've not had my rings resized to this point because I'm just not sure about the future, and then having to get them made bigger again. I think that would be quite costly. There we go. So I'll use up some of those odd bits and pieces. Let's add an extra bit in here just because we've got one there. Just so that we don't have any saggy bits. Let's just use all these edge pieces up. That's a lot of dimensionals. Probably really don't need that many, but I was using up some of my edge bits to just get rid of them. Oh, that's a great idea, Amanda. She said she sees people put their rings on their necklaces. That's a really good idea. Yeah. I hadn't thought to do that, actually. Thank you for that. Megan says she also does long stitch and cross stitch. Oh, awesome. I used to do cross stitch too, many moons ago. It's been a long time since I've pulled out my cross stitch. Long stitch I haven't done, but my mum used to do that. She used to do tapestry and all the, I think my mum pretty much did every craft that there ever was, pretty much. Just about. All right, so take all those backings off and we'll pop our circle down here in the center. So we're going to overlap it a little bit over the, so we want to overlap a little bit onto the, what do you call it? Onto the, keeps making me think of a tablecloth or a, oh no, you know what it makes me think of? A shirt, like a, what do you call it? I can't think of the word. Like a Western shirt, like a checkered shirt. Checkered paper, that's it. That's what I meant to say. Oh, I'm losing my words today. I must be tired or something. All right, so now we're going to add some ribbon and bling because, you know, every card needs ribbon and bling. And we've already got a lot of bling on here already with this bedazzling paper. So I'm going to change up the bling that I used on the first card and I'll show you in a minute, but I am going to use the same ribbon. I was testing out all the different ribbons to see if there was a different ribbon I could change to show you like a different look. But because I added the bedazzling paper, this ribbon was the one actually that went the best out of all the ribbons that I had. So I thought, oh, I'll just keep with the same ribbon. All right, so we'll tie a little bow. There we go. And we'll get my sharper scissors. Where are they? There they are. The ones that I now have to replace because they're not as sharp as what they were. And we'll snip I've got the other end snipped in the opposite angle, so I'll have to fix that one up. I'll snip this one. This one's a bit long anyway, so we'll shorten that one a bit. There we go. Might need to shorten those ends even a bit more, I think. They're still looking a little bit long. Let's just trim that up a tad. There we go. All right, and I'm going to use a glue dot to adhere my bow. Glue dots are another great adhesive. That we have, and it can be used for lots of different things. I use it a lot for ribbon and embellishments, but it can be used for adhering anything. The only thing is you have to remember that you only have a certain number on the roll, so you kind of don't want to be using it for if you need to adhere large areas. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take my bow to, oh, hang on a sec. Maybe that side of the bow is actually better. That side of the bow is actually better. So let's use that side of the bow. Hang on a minute, this piece is twisting. That Why is that not sitting right? There we go. Okay. So I'll take my bow to the glue dot and press that on. Pick up that glue dot. So now we've got the glue dot on the back of the bow. And then we can just pop the bow down where we want it. Yes, so that's what I was saying about glue dots. So just, yeah, use them, like as I said, you can use them for anything, but if you're adhering like a large piece, like a full card front size or something like that, it will use a lot of them. So just be mindful of that. But they are good for embellishments and little bits. So, all right, there we go. So we've got our bow. Now for our bling, I've got two different types of bling here. And I think I decided on the silver and clear epoxy essentials. I don't use these ones very often, and they're really beautiful. And they're more sort of, I'll take them out and show you. So they come in silver and clear. The clear ones are there in the packet. You can see those ones there in the packet. But the silver ones, they've got a silver base and they're really shiny. And I was comparing them to our rhinestones, which are faceted. And because they sort of throw off the light in different directions, I just thought that these ones went better with the bedazzling paper. And also too, because you've sort of got the circular look of the glitter on the bedazzling paper. And I thought these ones might be better today. And you know what? I use the rhinestones all the time. So let's use something different today. Let's use these ones. These are gorgeous. All right, so let me just hold this up so I can get my tool under there to pick that up. So let's see, we'll pop one down here in the corner. And I've moved my reindeer over a little bit, so I might need to, oops, oh, I dropped it. So it's still got the, oh yeah, that's got the adhesive on the back. So I might need to put these in a slightly different positions to my first one. Let's see, I could still put one up here. And we'll get one more. So these have got three different shapes. I'm not, I'll see if you can see those. If I hold them on, I've got a piece of white here. There we go, that might make it easier to see. So you've got the teardrop shapes, you've got some diamonds, and then you've got the circles. So yeah, so I thought that's really good. These would be great to use as raindrops as well. So I like that there's the three different shapes in this one. We'll do one more. Oops, I can pick them up. There we go. We might put, will we fit a second one there? Yeah, we'll fit a second one there. Or we could maybe move it. Oh, I think I'll put it here so that it's similar to the original one. So there we go. So there's the card. We could do the inside as well, but I'll show you the difference between the two. And you can tell me which one you like. Do you like the one with the bedazzling paper, or do you like the more plain one? Same layout, just adding that strip there of the bedazzling paper and changing up the sentiment and the bedazzling scallop instead of the black scallop. So what do you think? Which one do you like? All right, let's see, I've missed a few comments here. Megan said, I have my great-grandfather's 135-year signet ring that has been resized and it's too big and I'm terrified of losing it. Yeah, maybe you could put it on the necklace, like was suggested. That was a really good idea. Amanda said she did needlepoint one time and framed it for her mum for her birthday. Oh, beautiful. That'd be such a beautiful special gift. Glenda said she's learnt how to do shibori indigo fabric dyeing. It's Japanese. Oh, wow. In all blues, and it's great fun. That sounds awesome, Glenda. I'd love to see what you create with that. That would be awesome. Feel free to send me a picture. I'd love to see what that looks like. Send me a photo. Private message me. That'd be great. Megan said, we call my nephew Sir Have a Chat, so maybe you can be Lady Have a Chat. I certainly can. Lady Have a Chat or Madam Have a Chat. Oh, Madam sounds a bit formal. I'm not formal, so maybe I could just be Lady Have a Chat. Tina Marie says, I have read of people using some glue gun glue to make them smaller on your rings. Oh, wow. Would that not damage the gold? Mine are gold. That's a good idea, though. I wonder if it would damage them. Amber said, I think your circle looks well supported, very well supported, haha. Yes, I used a little bit of dimensionals there, Amber. Plaid, that's the word I was thinking of, Tina. Thank you. Plaid shirt, plaid paper, plaid shirt. That's what I was trying to think of. Deborah says, as a crafter and a florist, I have different scissors for each task. Yes. Scissors for cutting soft stems, hard stems, wire, welding ribbon and fabric, and paper and glued items, and some spares. Wow. Wow, you must have lots of scissors, Deborah. But yeah, I guess you would need to too, because you'd need to have all different types. Yeah, cool. Megan said, can you use markers or blends to colour the clear ones? You can use Stampin' blends. So these ones, those clear, the clear epoxy, yes, you can. You can use the Stampin' blends. So the Stampin' blends, that was a really good question. Thank you for asking that. The Stampin' blends are an alcohol-based marker, and they will dry and stay dry and won't rub off on non-porous surfaces, so like shiny surfaces. They're great for colouring on ribbons as well. But yeah, your embellishments, you can colour with your Stampin' blends. In fact, you'll see here with my, sorry, what did I just say? Your epoxy, sorry, your embellishments can be coloured with Stampin' blends. I don't know what I just said, but that's what I meant to say. You'll see with my rhinestones as well, I've coloured some of my rhinestones with some of the Stampin' blends. So you see I've got some colours there too. And you can do the same thing with these. You can even do it with the silver ones as well. And actually, let's do that. Let's have a little play. I'll grab cherry cobbler to match with the cherry cobbler in this. Oh, actually, do I have my cherry cobbler here? Or no, I don't have. My cherry cobbler is somewhere. I think I've got it set aside for a class. Oh, this is my light cherry cobbler. Often when you're colouring embellishments, the darker colours look better. We'll do it on cardstock so we can see it. Often the darker colours work better and they come up better, but my dark one is set aside for a class at the moment. But I'll show you with the, oh no, this one comes up pretty good. That's the silver. And I'll get out one of the clear ones and we can have a look at that too. Here's the clear ones. Oh, they were actually upside down in the packet. You can see them better here. There we go. You see those better? So we'll colour one of those as well and we'll look at the difference. And sometimes too, you can do a couple of coats. So you let one coat dry and then go back in with another coat. And as I said, this is the light cherry cobbler. So if you use the darker cherry cobbler, you'd get, sorry, I've got that off camera, you'd get a deeper colour. So this one kind of looks a little bit pinky on the clear one. But if you use the dark, you'd get a much deeper red colour. Whereas on the silver one, you can see it looks a bit more red. I'll hold them up a bit closer to the camera so you can see them a bit better. Put the light on them. There you go. You see those there? Yeah. So the Stampin' blends do work. The Stampin' Right markers, so these ones you can't use for colouring embellishments because this will just rub back off because these ones are water-based. And they won't dry on non-porous surfaces. So yeah, those ones will just rub off. So it's the Stampin' blends that you want to use. Okay, so thank you for asking that question. That was a good question. Yep. Megan said she's not a huge fan of fussy cutting. Yes, I think you mentioned that before too. Because I think it was you that said that earlier. Because I said you can get the punch. Yeah. Athena said she liked the bedazzling card better. She thinks it looks nicer. Yeah, it gives it that bedazzling paper just gives it that lift, doesn't it? Just makes it more blingy. And Megan says I have it stacked with another ring which fits better. Oh, that's going back to the ring conversation. Yep. Deborah votes for the bedazzling one. Yep. Cool. Buffalo plaid is, oh, Deborah says buffalo plaid is just black and red checks. Oh, so that would be this one. So this would be buffalo plaid. Is that right? Doesn't have any other color in it. Ah, thanks for that. Cool. All right. Well, we can, well, actually, you know what? I'm going to show you, because I don't normally do the inserts in my cards on my lives, because usually my lives go so long. We've got a few more minutes, and it will only take me a few minutes to do the insert. So I'm going to show you how I quickly do my inserts for my cards. It's really, really easy, just in case you haven't seen me do that before. Before I do that, I just wanted to point out to you, I didn't show you which were the embellishments I'd use on the original card. So the embellishments on the original card, these are, not sure if they're showing up in the light, but these are actually silver. They look a little bit black on camera, but they are actually silver if you see them reflecting the light, and they're a flat sequin. Can you see them in the light? Not really. Not seeing that on camera, but they are actually a shiny, oh there, that picked it up a bit better. They are a shiny sequin. So I wanted to show you where they were from. They are from the Sequins for Everything, and I love this pack. It's really cost-effective way of blinging up your projects. You get 3,600 sequins in this packet. And these are from the annual catalogue. You'll find them in the embellishment section in the annual catalogue, so it's towards the back. And you get all of these sequins. It has this little lid, which I'll just remove. So when you first look at it, it looks like you're just getting 4 colours, but you're actually not. You've got silver, gold and white in this side. In this one, you've got different shades of yellows, and you've got some orange in there as well. And there's some hexagon-shaped embellishments as well, or sequins, I should say, as well as circles. And then in this one, you've got pinks and reds, and there's a little green one that's jumped in there. Naughty little green one, you don't belong in there. Let's move you over to the other side. There we go. And in this one, you've got greens, and you've got even some light green, like some soft sea foam in there as well. So this is a great way. These are great. Using these is a great way of blinging up your projects in a really cost-effective way. These will last you for ages. And you can also use these for shaker cards as well, which are a lot of fun to create. So yeah, so I just thought I'd show you those, because I think sometimes these ones get overlooked a little bit in the annual catalogue. So, and they come in a box like that. So they've got the little seal on top, which is like a little lid, so they can't fall out. And then they come in the box. So 3,600, that should keep you busy for a while. All right, let me show you quickly how I do my inserts. So depending on the card, as to whether or not I just do one layer inside or if I do multiple layers. Usually for my Christmas cards, because I'm making so many of them, I just do a single layer of white on the inside. Or sometimes I might even do, depending on the color base of the card, I might just do crumb cake, just a light color. Or if you've used very vanilla, you might do a very vanilla insert. But basically what I do is I always start. So this is a half sheet of A4, okay? So I'm just going to cut this in half again at 10.5. I always cut all of my pieces into 10.5 to begin with, because that's basically a card front piece, and that's, for me, a workable size for anything. So that's usually where I start. Then for my inserts, it depends if I want a 2mm border or a 3mm border. Now this, because this piece here is a 2mm border, I'll match my insert to that. So I will just do a 2mm border for the insert. So that means I'm going to cut this piece at 10.1 centimeters. So lining that up with 10.1 on my trimmer. Oops, hang on, I've got my cutting blade at the top. I want to have that at the bottom. Okay, just trim that there. And then we'll turn it around and cut that at 14.45. So halfway between 4.4 and halfway between, between 4.4 and 4.5. There we go. Okay, so there's one. And then we'll do the next one. So 10.1. And 14.45. And the reason I'm doing it at 14.45 is because my card base is 14.85, which is exactly half of the cardstock. All right, and then, so then now you'll see if I lay that inside, that's going to give me that nice 2mm border, and I'm just double checking to make sure I cut that correctly, which I did. So what I normally do, make sure they're both the same, yep. Those little offcut strips that I have from my paper, I should have another one somewhere. Let me just see if I can find it in my packet. Let's see now. I have, oh yep, there's one. All right, so I've got two little offcut strips, and I'm simply going to just glue them along the bottom of these cards. And what I would do is if I had if I knew which sentiment I wanted to do, I would stamp my sentiment now. But often, and with Christmas, oh, my glue is so low. Very, very low. I'll have to open up a new one later. With a lot of my cards, if they're thinking of you cards, or even sometimes with birthday cards, I don't usually stamp the sentiment until I'm ready to send it out, because often I tailor my sentiment to the person. Oh goodness, this isn't gonna, okay. I'm gonna have to open up a new glue right now. Just one moment, I'll grab one. Plenty more where that came from. I'll just open this up. Yeah, so often I don't stamp my sentiments until I'm about to send my card out. With these ones I could, but I'm not sure. I'm not actually so sure which sentiment I want to use on these ones yet. Just going to bring in my silicone craft sheet so that I don't get glue on the desk. Now what you can do is you can either leave a little border at the bottom of the white, or you can line this right up with the edge. With these ones I'm going to line it right up with the edge. Oops. And because I've got the liquid glue, it gives me a chance to just move that around a little bit if it's not quite in the right spot. And there we go. And then if your strip is a little bit longer and you have that little bit of overhang, you can just flip your card over. And I've got a tiny little bit of overhang on this side, but I don't even know if you can see that. Then you can just trim it with your scissors. That was only a tiny bit that time. Okay, so we'll do the other one as well. So we'll flip our piece over, add our glue. I think I've added a bit too much glue just there. It's probably going to ooze a little bit. Pop that down. So yeah, so any of your offcut strips that you have, never throw them away, because you can use them to embellish the inside of your card without taking up, you know, too much time, but still making it nice on the inside. All right, and then I'll just flip that over. Should bring that back in. Flip that back over, and I'll just use a little bit of Stampin' Seal. And we'll pop that down on the inside. And then I'll go back in later and stamp my sentiment. Now, if you're worried about stamping your sentiment afterwards because you're worried that you might make a boo-boo, here's a little tip for you. If you do, when you're stamping your sentiment, if you smudge it or it doesn't stamp out correctly or something happens when you're stamping it, it's okay. What you can do is you can stamp it again onto a label and then adhere the label straight over your boo-boo on your card, on your insert, and then it will look like it was meant to be on a label. So there we go. So we've got the beautiful paper there that matches the paper on the front. When they open, just blings it up a little bit, but without doing too much. You can also, if you wanted to, you could cut out more of these, or punch, if you have the punch, more of the deers. And you could put a little deer down the bottom here. You could stamp something. If you had a little Christmas stamp, you might like to stamp some holly, or actually this stamp set here has got a little star. You know, anything like that that you can put in the corner, or you might like to put it up in the top corner, just to give your card a little bit of a, you know, something nice on the inside. I always like to put something on the inside. I don't like to just have them just with a plain insert. I used to, years ago, just do plain inserts, and then I discovered decorating them up was so much nicer. So now that's what I do. There we go. So we'll add this one in too. And then as well, if you wanted to, you can add some of that designer series paper to the flap of your envelope to make a matching envelope. If you wanted to use up more of that paper, you could do that too and have a whole matching set. But there we go. Alrighty. So there is our card for today, or our cards for today. So I hope you liked those. Glenda says, glad I'm not the only person to make sure the number of individual sequins is right in each of those boxes. Yes, I think probably a machine does that. I wouldn't like to have to sit there and count them all either. Glenda says, lovely cards, thank you for sharing. You're very welcome. Now remember that Sale-A-Bration is only going until this Thursday, the 30th of September. So be sure not to miss out on that beautiful bedazzling paper and the gorgeous Peaceful Prints designer series paper that we used today. And remember, there is coordinating products to the Peaceful Prints paper in the mini catalogue, which the mini catalogue goes until 5th of January, so, or 3rd of January. 3rd or 5th? I can't remember now. 3rd or 5th? What is it? It's the 3rd of January 2022. So you've got plenty of time to get the punch and the stamp set, but the paper is going away this Thursday. So be sure not to miss out. If there's anything that I can help you with, feel free to get in contact with me and let me know. If you're interested in joining my team and joining our beautiful community of lovely people who all have such fun crafting together, then feel free to ask me any questions about that, and I can give you more information about that. Or if there's anything else that I can help you with. And so if also too, I forgot to mention at the beginning, if you are watching this on my YouTube channel later on, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You'll see the subscribe button down the bottom below this video. And if you click on the bell icon down there too, you'll see any new videos or you get notified of any new videos I put up. And all the links to my Facebook business page and to all my other social media will be down the bottom below this video on my YouTube channel. So feel free to follow me on all of my social media, and that goes for all of you as well who are watching me on Facebook today. Feel free to follow me on my other social media channels as well. I'm on Instagram, I'm on YouTube, Pinterest. Did I forget anything? I think that's it, here on Facebook too. So I thank you so much for your support. So thank you so much everyone for being with me today. It's been great to have you, great to chat with you. Remember, I've got my World Card Making Day event coming up on Saturday, the 3rd of October, and I'll be posting that event up today. Feel free to come and join us. We're going to be crafting along together via Zoom at 10 a.m. That'll be a lot of fun. So feel free to come and join us. All right. Oh, thank you, Leslie. I'm glad that you like my card. You have a lovely evening too. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Deborah. I'm glad that you like them. Thanks, Megan. Glad that you love them. Oh, yes, definitely look me up on Instagram, Megan. It's just under my name, Mandy Witherby. So just search me and you'll find me there. Oh, is it your birthday? Happy birthday for Saturday, Amanda. I hope you have a beautiful day. All right, everyone. Have a lovely week. Remember, I'm back on Thursday at 11 a.m. And I look forward to seeing you then or in one of my events really soon. All right. Take care, everyone, and happy crafting. Bye. Actually, you know what? I'm still here. I forgot to flip my camera back up, didn't I? I was so busy chatting. I'm still here. So if you're still with me, stay with me for 1 sec. There we go. I forgot to flip my camera up today. What is going on? I'm all over the place today. You know what threw me today? That Facebook had changed everything. And so when I went to film today, everything was different and it came up saying that there had been changes made and I couldn't find any of the controls, and I'm thinking, oh no. And so that threw me at the end. I'm thinking, oh, now how do I stop it? So I didn't take my little picture. I always take my picture of my card and I forgot. I don't know what's going on today. So there you go. There's my card. I hope you liked it. Thanks again for joining me, everyone. Happy crafting. See you later.